Welcome to Total 66. Modern GLP-1 medications are highly effective at driving rapid, sustained weight loss, but the sheer speed of that biological change conceals a severe penalty: massive muscle deterioration. Clinical trial data shows that without physical intervention, 25 to 50% of weight loss on these drugs comes directly from lean muscle, not fat. Clinicians call this sarcopenic obesity. The patient looks thinner but holds a higher fat percentage and a weakened metabolism. Because the drug forces an extreme caloric deficit, the body starts cannibalizing its own functional strength just to survive the shortage. Taking these medications without a targeted physical intervention actively dismantles your metabolic engine in the pursuit of curing obesity. So how do we stop the wasting process? The biggest hurdle is that GLP-1 users suffer from heavily depleted energy reserves and medication-induced fatigue. Because of that exhaustion, prescribing an hour of heavy gym lifting or endless treadmill sessions is completely unrealistic for someone in this state. The solution requires a highly efficient, time-compressed protocol that forces a maximum biological return from minimal energy expenditure. The body requires a specific biological signal to stop eating its own tissue during a starvation state. Clinicians call this mechanical tension. The most efficient way to deliver that tension is a single piece of cast iron, the kettlebell. Strength experts often refer to kettlebell training as cardio with a PhD. It packs heavy resistance and cardiovascular conditioning into a dense 10 to 20-minute session. Look at this diagram of the body's systemic response. Continuous kettlebell complexes induce metabolic stress, triggering the release of anabolic hormones necessary to preserve tissue. At the same time, this improves insulin sensitivity, forcing tiny cellular doors open to pull glucose out of the blood. The kettlebell serves as the specific physical trigger that adjusts the body's metabolic response to the medication's caloric deficit. Beyond the hormonal shifts, the kettlebell addresses a structural risk. Rapid weight loss changes your physical movement mechanics. Your center of mass shifts, putting newly exposed joints at risk for injury. Watch how the body reacts to the offset center of gravity of a swinging kettlebell. It forces the entire muscular sling network, the connections between your hips and opposing shoulders, to constantly brace and stabilize. This exact offset loading mechanism builds an internal suit of armor, protecting structurally compromised joints as the body rapidly shrinks. To apply this, clinicians recommend a strict muscle-centric framework, consisting of 2 to 4 resistance sessions every week. Those sessions must hit 6 fundamental movement patterns to preserve the whole body: the squat, the hinge, horizontal pushing and pulling, and vertical pushing and pulling. This matrix outlines a specialized beginner routine designed for GLP-1 patients, focusing entirely on high-yield movements: goblet squats, swings, and Turkish get-ups. However, there is a necessary caveat to this protocol. You have to establish a hard protein floor. That means consuming 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of your goal body weight, and eating that protein first to combat the drug's intense appetite suppression. If you fail to hit that absolute nutritional baseline every single day, even the perfect kettlebell routine will fail to save your muscle tissue. Once your nutrition is locked in, you apply the rule of progressive overload, gradually increasing the weight to force your body to keep adapting. That is the complete survival strategy. The medication removes the fat, the kettlebell preserves the muscle, and your daily discipline executes the physical transformation. This protocol ensures the weight you lose comes from fat stores while your strength remains intact.
Jacked brain. Unstoppable body. Subscribe to learn more about your body.
Total 66.